Welcome to the Ghost Town, Mark edition. Welcome to April 16th edition, April 16th, 2023 edition of Mark Deluxe Race of Mystic. I don't this is like, we can't find our room that's full. Just have the room, just have it. I'm prepare first. Wait, what the frick is going on? But, oh, come on. Why would we random to that? And mirrored.
That I did see. That's gonna be cool. Wow, indeed.
Wow.
Wow. Oh, what's up, Super Mutant?
That much?
So, Mystic, have you done the extra work?
I did a little bit of it with Wakeful, yeah. That was interesting. Have you done it?
I did it with Matrix, my friend Carlos, and I did it with Val.
Are you gonna get the sticker?
I don't know how well we did. I think we got like 175.
I mean, yeah, it's true enough. It depends on how well you did or whatnot. Every time I fucking get the Booyah Bomb, I get blasted. That's cool, though. Yeah. That's cool they're making that special map, but I'm like worried it's gonna be only for those 2 days and we'll never see it again.
We might get it later on as our own independent Splatfest stuff. Because remember Splatoon 2, eventually we got our own independent Splatfest stuff where we can run it independently of Nintendo.
Oh yeah! Wait, was that Splatoon 2?
Yeah!
Yeah, I think I guess. I never did anything with that. I completely forgot. That's good in a way. Because I was like, there was unique maps in the 2, which were really cool too. It'd be nice if they bring it back.
Have a catalog system, right? So if we're gonna have a catalog system that goes pretty much every year, right? Theoretically, do the Splatfest ever end?
Nope, never. Yeah, if they keep repeating it, yeah, that makes sense.
Well, look at this.
I know the catalog is doing that. They have it like 2 years worth of stuff and then it just repeats. So you can get the stuff, if you missed it, like if you start playing it afterwards.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's in general, good idea to just get, a couple, 2-3 years worth of content in there and then you just don't, you don't have to work. You already worked on the next project, basically.
And no, I haven't seen the Mario movie yet. I haven't.
Are you going to?
Until it comes out on DVD, but if I do get the chance to go to was it Disney? I can go to Disney Springs and see it in the AMC theater there if I want.
Yeah, you're right, Wakefoo. 6 losses in a row, but that's cool though. Yeah, if you can. I mean, I did pre-order the DVD.
Nice.
The Steelbook one from Best Buys. They have it up.
Yeah, I haven't had it.
It's available.
And I'm feeling again when eventually, but I don't have the money at the moment. Well, I really technically do, but I'm saving it, so.
Yeah, it makes sense. We gotta break it up, Wakefoo. Just break it up.
You know, the convention coming up in June, so.
Well.
Which I'm like the Thursday that week for Margaret. I'd probably be around at least in chat, maybe racing a few times, but I'll be just coming home on that Sunday.
Makes sense.
Well, I know this. What today is a shorter cast because you're going to your sisters.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Because I'm leaving Thursday, so in June. I was like, get that way, go pick up my bed, get my second hotel the night before and stuff. You know, so then, you know what I mean?
Life is real. Obviously makes sense there. I'm still alive. I don't know how. Yeah. Where's Moral? You see her? She's here in this chair. Yeah, where is Moral?
Playing Monopoly?
Worm. What's up with him? Where's Moral, I wonder? Worm wants to know.
Nice.
Dang it. Freaking Kakarot.
Here we go, right?
No! That was an easy kill. I cannot.
Oh, that's still my bananas.
Yes.
Oh, don't steal my item. Why you steal mine? My God, I got screwed to the max. I was the second. And the game stole my mushrooms. So instead of being able to take shortcut, I got screwed to the max. Everybody passed me at 9th. Like,
Screw to the Maximus.
Kill somebody else's items. Just stole my bananas. I thought I had them. No, you guys stole my mushrooms.
Wait a minute, did we win? No.
No.
One more for me and then I'm switching anyway.
Alright.
Yeah, fair the max.
Dead squid. Sluggo. Where's Moral, I wonder?
And if you're gonna ask, am I gonna buy those Splatoon t-shirts I mentioned in that tweet? No, I already have a Splatoon t-shirt.
A real deal one?
Yeah!
Me too. I got a Splatoon 1. It's a white shirt, looks really cool. Maybe wearing that. One of these events come up, maybe. Maybe, just maybe. Yeah, I had it for a long while now.
Yeah, because Mystic, I'll post in your chat. There.
Ooh, I wonder if it looks the same as mine. Probably not.
No, it's from Uniqlo.
Oh.
Take a look.
Oh. Wait, that's you there.
Yep,
Oh, that's a cool
me.
shirt.
That's the one from Uniqlo.
Actually, that's a pretty cool one.
And
The one
they
I
also they have a Mario movie one at Uniqlo as well.
Ooh, well, that's cool. Yeah, it's definitely not the same than what I have.
Oh, it's Splatoon 3 thing. That one is Splatoon 3.
Yeah, the one I have is like the first one. It's kind of like basically like a squid, kind of like the symbol,
Right.
kind of a thing. White shirt, blue collar, kind of a thing.
Where mine is name splatters. Because when I was doing the splash I was on Team Nessie. That won, so like, yeah, let's go. And I don't understand why would anybody go with Team Bigfoot. Bigfoot, yeah. What was that? No one's on Bigfoot. Why would you vote for that?
Exactly.
Jalapeno.
Yes.
Jalapeno.
Look at this. I still killed it. Oh wow! I got 3 kills. Let's go.
Still got a couple more on the map.
I mean, 3 in a row. Like it was the 3 kills on stream. They're all like, oh my gosh. Who's that? Tell Moral to look at Discord.
Got him.
I'm gonna find out after the match what's going on.
And no.
I'm going in there.
I'm wearing my Mario Kart 80s mashup.
So, Mystic, you gonna watch the Monster Hunter thing whenever it comes?
Oh yeah, yeah. Is there a date, a time or whatever?
I can take a look at the Monster Hunter YouTube, but I would help with that. It should be part of the program.
Yeah, I'm gonna do. Especially if it's the last big update, like what?
It's going to be.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, but it's gonna be like, I wonder if they're gonna do something similar like they did with World or Iceborne, I guess, where they had Fatalis as the final like one, being like a, you know, a grand finale monster kind of a thing. I wonder if they're doing something here too. Battle Network is so fun. Yeah, you never played it before, Worm? It is fun. Just waiting for it to get here. Tomorrow for sure. I mean, if I'm getting this many amount of losses, I think more than enough to end it now.
Let's see, Monster Hunter. Oh, this is not programmed yet, so I'll have to go through the Twitter.
Dan XM.
Okay, I have an actual time here. It's April 19th, 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time.
In the morning? Evening?
Oh, it's here. I'll give you
the 19? Okay. Oh. Oh yeah, well, I'd be able to
Here. That's the time.
That's the time.
This is the time.
Oh yeah, 7 in the morning. Yeah. I love that the that other times on the BST. I think like
Right.
these maps are in FF11.
That's British Standard Time, I think.
I think
Yes,
so.
sir.
Yeah.
I'll get the Battle Network games via physical because I do not want it to be digital. I'd rather have that physically. Thank you very much.
Welcome. Right.
I'll switch over to Mario Kart after I finish this last match out.
I'll be right back after these messages.
Back after these messages. She's looking at it for him.
Oh, God. What was this game? Your noise. Got the outside. He's up. Game.
The one?
Yes. This is like a disinfection station.
I'm sure.
Look at that! Now I'm never gonna get canceled. Well, how often do you actually? Oh, I'm thinking about all the times I've actually gone to like the gas station. Oh yeah, shit. Go ahead, They're everywhere. Hurl, up! I think he will probably block it.
Alright, let me switch over to Margaret.
Oh my goodness. Game.
Alright, I'm back. Did she message you back for him? He's also loving Battle Network.
So he's jacking in.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Oh
The
my.
jacking in part. Let. Oh my gosh. Yeah, when I saw that when I first played it, I was like...
Mara hasn't watched the anime, has she?
No. I mean, I know that's from the game, but I don't think it... Yeah, I should probably watch that. Yeah, there's the animated show, right?
Yeah, that's the reference going towards it.
I need... Yeah, I actually haven't seen that. I should see that. But I know... I mean, it says in the game. And if you're just like, what? Let's go! Open.
Alright.
Found a middle of the race, so it's a way to race, I guess. Unless you get lucky. Full room already. Alright. Yeah, that Mario movie is doing so well.
It's guaranteed to get a sequel.
Oh yeah, definitely. Which is great. It's so funny because it's like the critics are saying it was bad, and it's like no,
they don't.
They don't know. They don't know. But I love it.
The critics are not gamers.
Yeah, I know. Right? It's so smeared in their face now. Every article that's saying that it's not a good movie, if it's bad pace, in their face.
The movie is meant for gamers. It's not meant for them.
Yeah,
and
it's
there's
fun.
already like 4 generations.
So fuck
now
'em.
There's already 4 generations of Mario too, so it's like
My,
everybody
my,
knows Mario. Yeah.
my mom went with my nephew to go see it last night, and she enjoyed it. She hasn't played a video game in 20 years other than like phone games.
That's awesome. I'm glad to
Like-
see that. I even saw Max Dude. He had a review. He says he wasn't that much into Mario, but he said he really enjoyed the movie. He didn't play that much. I guess he just was into other stuff, so just wasn't as much. He knows of it from the sound of it, but yeah, he was even him. It's like it goes to show that even if you don't know it as much, the series in general, it's like you still have a great time. Yeah, it's like everybody watch it.
That only leads me to ask a couple questions. If they knew they're gonna do an animated movie, right? Why didn't they do the animated movie for Detective Pikachu? Why did they go with live action bullshit?
Well, the thing is, they have a lot of animated movies. There's like 20 animated movies.
Well, I meant with Detective Pikachu, it looked a lot better if they went with Illumination.
I guess because with the story and stuff, they were able to pull it off, make it kind of uniquely different, maybe. I don't know.
I guess, but
whoever that team was to make that movie.
But
was like,
it does look kind of weird
different.
in terms of Pikachu looks weird.
I think it's because it has a lot more of the real world stuff in it, so they thought maybe why don't we make it real world?
I think they should at least have had Pikachu been, actually, look like Pikachu, not this furry thing.
Yeah, I know, right? It's a great movie, though. There was supposed to be a sequel, right? I haven't heard anything about it yet.
I think the sequel's in development hell.
Could be.
Oh man. Ryan Reynolds doing Deadpool 3 and that. I think it's still on the back burner right now.
Yeah,
But it's still in the works.
I mean, it's always kind of like, there's that project to get done first before you can do that one and all that stuff. Oh, come on, I was going to be in first place.
Yeah, just like how people will keep on saying that there's going to be a Switch Pro and there's no Switch Pro.
It probably was. Of course, ultimately there is none, but I'm sure there could have been a chance that they were in, like, development phase, and then they realized, no, let's not finish this off. It could have been something like that. But we don't know. Ultimately, that's not happening, so... At this point, it's probably going to just be a whole new system, obviously.
I don't know about that. I still think it's still going to be some type of Switch. I mean, really think that.
Yeah, it'd be a Switch, but a new system, like, more powerful.
Why?
It'd probably be backwards compatible, like a PS5 compared to PS4. Instead of a 4 Pro, kind of like that. Because I'm sure they're like, if they do a Pro and it's like some games will only work on it.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be still using the OLED screen because that's
look
kind
at
of
Game Boy
obvious.
Color and DSi and all that. 3DS XL. It's like, it probably doesn't do that much of a dent that they're like, no, let's just wait for a full system to come out. Like, powered up. But yeah, in all honesty, they should just stick with the Switch, obviously.
I mean, if you don't want to do all this bullshit marketing, just make another Switch. Done.
Definitely, I would say for sure they're not gonna call it like, well, maybe Switch 2, but they're not gonna like do like with Wii U.
What I think they're gonna do is basically 3DS, DS type of systems, where the whole family line of systems, right? And just make it a very long thing in the tooth.
Yeah, because I'm sure they were like, well, Wii U obviously it was very confusing. A lot of people just thought it was an add-on.
Right.
For the Wii, and that's why they're all like, nah, we gotta make sure that they know this is a whole new system. Yeah, what's actually funny about the movie is that it's still not out in Japan or South Korea. And it's already 700 million.
Because we're looking at what? The only eShop that's left is the Switch's eShop. So
yeah, it's only Switch.
Would it make much sense to launch a brand new console with a brand new name? No, it wouldn't.
I know, right? Hopefully it's just like same store, it just upgraded, kind of like how, like smartphones are and stuff like that, or PC basically. It's still like, with Steam, it's the one store. Even if the system completely gets more powerful, it would be nice if they just stick with that one store.
Right.
That way, whatever you have from the older systems just work.
Well, I know that whatever they make in terms of Nintendo, it's probably gonna be backwards compatible with the Switch. But am I gonna go out and just buy it? No.
It's funny enough because Game Boy was so long, like, kind of like that whole thing. It was like Game Boy, then there's like Game Boy Pocket, you know, Game Boy Color, and all the different variations, like over like what, over a decade at least, 10 years. And it's like every, or even GBA. Well, no, GBA was only. Did it play Game Boy games?
Game Boy Advance played Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, and
It played
Game Boy Color.
yeah.
Game Boy Color, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Game Boy Color and regular Game Boy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it played
Yeah.
Game.
Yeah, that there we go. So you add that onto it. So that's literally from like 1989 to like
Recent.
2005.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's every game, just whatever was released from all the way back from the original Game Boy was on there.
It just that the card for like Color and I think regular Game Boy it would stick out a little bit more. That's really it.
Yeah, that was it. It's like, yeah, it's a lot better than like not at all or whatever. And then it was like with DS, it was just GBA only.
The Boarding Shores pre-order.
And then DS Lite was just, that was it.
Horizon Forbidden West Burning Shores pre-order.
Nice.
Live.
Eh.
Yeah?
Yeah, well, yeah. I'm looking forward to that. That's a great game, but I'm not sure when I'm going to play it. Still.
Yeah, and I still have games I still need to get to on my Switch, like Ni no Kuni 1 and 2. I still need to do that.
You need to play them.
I have them physically, but I'm still trying to finish Three Houses, the Golden Deer route, and like crap.
Yeah, that's gonna take a bit.
No, I'm on like the final 2 chapters of it, but I'm getting my ass handed to me.
Wow.
Gosh.
That sounds
Well,
like
I mean, I'm
me
playing
and
on casual mode, right? Normal casual, right? But I'm still getting my ass handed to me. Why? Because I wasn't able to recruit anyone practically, because my stats were too fucking low.
It sounded like when I was stuck at the end of Crisis Core, I was too under level. It was on the lowest level, and I was just getting my ass handed to me on the final boss.
I'll finish it. I'm determined to finish it, but I'll come back to it eventually, just to do it.
Yeah, it actually reminded me all the way back to playing like Shining Force 2, I think, or the Game Gear one.
Yeah.
Problems with that one. I was like so worried that it was like, oh man, I'm gonna have these under-level characters and it's gonna be really hard to like do the damage and continue. And then
Well, it's only when you get like the very end of the game, it gets like shit.
then it really picks up.
So when I go to do the second playthrough, which is on New Game Plus, right? I'm gonna have a couple a little bit more buffs, so I can actually recruit people.
I remember that with like Shining Force 2, like there was actual like difficulty select code. And I remember it was like normal, hard, super hard, and average.
Well, here's the on Three Houses, right? I think it's normal, hard, and maddening.
Maddening. All of these names for the difficulty. So funny. My shrooms were stolen.
Somebody wanted a guy. Also, for the second race, your race is reflected.
Yeah, it definitely reflected. Obviously has protection. No! I didn't go pick it. Well, second.
Thanks. Somebody needed a fucking refill. Boo.
Super mutant. The Birdo too.
Yeah.
Now, at least I can blame Nintendo if, I drop from a game because I'm on fiber now. So, if I drop from a game, I'm blaming fucking Nintendo.
Yeah, it's definitely Nintendo by that point.
Yeah. So,
No. So, go ahead if you want to.
Yeah, we were speaking of Nintendo too, that's why I was playing. I was planning to play yesterday, but real life sort of got in the way. I can't really talk about for private, but this was a situation that, just ended up not being able to cast, and by the time everything got
Right.
it was dumb. It just was a situation, and I'm like, it just could not be helped. What is with the mirror all of a sudden? God, what? So much bull malarkey.
I have one. I have the main switch. So I have like a regular one. I got the red box switch when I got my switch, so. Yeah, I got the one too. You have model 1, right? So like on. I guess that's yeah, that was like white box.
I got the black one now. But the day one, yeah.
I don't use the Joy-Cons at all. I'm sorry.
Or
Super Mario Party, stuff like that, where you have to.
or when you
For the most part.
let's go Pikachu and let's go. I don't know which one. I forget which one you played. Let's go Eevee. Yeah, I think you played Eevee, but I know you had to use the Joy-Cons for those. How did you play? Yeah. You know, yeah, somebody once said, I'm playing Doom, like, from Halloween, during my Halloween time, because I do, like, Halloween games. Around that, and they're like, why are you playing that? I'm like, have you ever, it's Doom, you're fighting demons from hell. What more is Halloweenish like that than that? I mean, come on. And it just fit, you know, the theme of Halloween. I mean, it's just like, it just, to me, like, you know what I mean? It's just like, you know, I didn't finish, what was it, Doom Eternal? I wasn't enjoying it. I probably won't finish that one, but
Doom 2016 is on this game card. Okay, that's awesome.
nice. Yeah. I'm good. Uh-huh.
But yeah, so your main ships are the Disney Dream, Disney Fantasy, Disney Magic and the Wonder, and the Wish.
Yes. The Mario got.
Now it's like
And then I lost places. I don't know. Yeah, I know Disney is, from what I'm hearing, because the Mario movie's doing so well, and I guess theoretically, from what I heard, I'm like, oh, for 3 years? I didn't know that. I thought maybe this last year, if anything.
I mean,
3 years, they weren't like the top, you know,
Right,
in
right.
theaters.
I mean,
3 years, they
Yeah.
weren't like the top.
Yeah.
I think Universal's moved me another gate at some point
Mm-hmm. Yep.
in Orlando, so I know that much. They are gonna open another gate,
Yep.
Yeah.
which is gonna be the Epic Universe.
Mm.
Which is where they're gonna house the Super Nintendo World Land or whatever the fuck. I know it's where they're housing it, and I know they're gonna have the Donkey Kong roller coaster there. So it's like, yeah, can I say that Universal Studios Hollywood got screwed over? Yes, I can.
Wow.
Well, I mean, they'll probably get more in the other stuff. There's only
I
so
don't-
much room there anyway.
There's only so much room, but that also limits what you can put there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True enough. But we already have it there. I mean, Hollywood. We can go there tomorrow if we wanted to.
True.
Yeah, same thing with like Disneyland.
I have no idea.
X amount of like land space.
Well, yeah. Well, World has like tons of land we can develop.
But like Disneyland, like really huge as it is anyway. There's so much to do as it is anyway. And then there's the California Adventure too.
Yeah, but for a couple years, California Adventure was not exactly popular with people.
Yeah, obviously Disneyland is better, obviously. I haven't been there in like a long time. California Adventure, but, you know, it's definitely another park you can do another day. The next day, pretty much. One day you go to Disneyland, one day you go to California Adventure, and one Universal Studios, and Knott's Berry Farm. Why not? It's like 6 Flags Magic Mountain. Wow, a week worth of stuff, really. Freaking, I keep getting hit right at the thing. So fun.
Keep getting screwed, cheated. Got a max.
You want to know what's something funny about my my fiber internet, Mystic?
What's that?
You know Rasher was under CenturyLink, right?
Yeah.
Mine is a spin-off company from that company, otherwise known as Quantum Fiber.
Oh no.
So technically it is CenturyLink, but I'm under fiber!
Oh, how funny. Yeah, Rasher has like better internet now.
I don't know about that. Here's why. We switched from Spectrum over to the Quantum Fiber, and guess what?
What happened?
I get better speed than her, probably.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
That is funny.
It could be your location or something like that. Compared to yours or something like that, I don't know.
So I'll do a speed test real quick, and then I'll share it.
Alright.
Granted, I have like a bunch of tabs on
Okay.
you know, it will show you a lot.
Mm. All the tabs. All the tabs.
Why?
Why this track? Wii Music. Remember when they like advertised Wii Music?
Oh, I remember the E3 of that. Oh my god, that was
Try to make it all
that was so bad.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the one thing with Nintendo though. It's like they really do try to innovate. It made some of the stuff may seem the most mistake.
Yeah, the Wii Vitality Sensor. What happened to that? Oh, it died.
I
Congratulations.
don't even know what that was gonna be for. Yeah, but then that's how it is with innovation. It's always bad to do. Some of it's probably like more like passion project. Nowadays, it's really just like make this makes a lot of money from the.
I think it's just Miyamoto just being a little bit eccentric, honestly.
Probably. Might not be just him, but yeah, I mean that wasn't the thing. But I mean, look like other stuff like Splatoon was huge, super huge, and that was just kind of like let the younger.
Well, I saw the
try
like
something.
was on Team 64 kind of documented that. But the sad thing is, the Splatoon 1 is dead. Remember that because the Wii servers are gone.
Yeah, I mean it kind of it's a pretty much online only game except like the story.
Yeah, that's what's sad about it because it's like it's gone. It's not coming back.
Yeah, it does kind of suck. Like the original one that started it all. Yeah, that does suck. Even though theoretically, like the later games, like 3 especially, it's like it's better mostly in any case, especially if they have all the maps for the first time.
Who just did a under the map? I'm gonna bullet bill under the map.
Under the map.
I don't know, so.
Under the map?
Yeah, they just got into a bullet bill and went under the map to go back on top of the map.
Oh, who was that?
I don't know.
Oh, the fireball!
Bullshit!
Wah, wah, wah.
I didn't get hit there. Come on, game. Stop!
Alright.
Stop with the bullmarking. Why are you throwing it backwards to
Salts everywhere.
Those people are slowing down for the blue shell, by the way.
Alright, so I'm posting out a link. I just took this off of my speed test Chrome extension.
Wow. Yeah, I mean that's definitely really good. Especially your upload, holy crap.
Yeah, we're paying for what is it's $30 per month for 200 down, 200 up.
Yeah, I mean that's really good.
Then this is fiber. And if we want to go up from that, right? Your next tier up from that is 940 up, 940 down.
9?
And that,
Oh,
900.
Okay, yeah.
So
For
yeah,
a second, I
basically,
was thinking it was a smaller number. than
940 is a gig.
Yeah, that's really good. Do you have unlimited per month?
It's unlimited bandwidth, so yes.
Nice.
There's no cap.
Yeah, no cap. Yeah, that's good. Not like some others like Xfinity and whatnot.
So I know because I live in Orlando, right? So I was under Spectrum for a bit, and the Spectrum would cut out. It would cut out. It would also speed would be reduced, and a bunch of other nonsense.
That's weird. Why would it cut out? It sounds like it cut out.
Because network congestion, a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
And they're probably also throwing your internet. You know, say, we don't do that. Yeah.
And let's see what else. Oh, you want to know what my upload was? It was about 10 to 11 up. Which is better, this or that? I would say this is better.
Yeah, I would definitely agree. Cheaper price? Same price?
I mean, for the whole package, like cable TV plus the internet, after the 2-year promotion, right? It was about $208.
Oh, wow. Lock it to, please.
So do you really think that Rasher has a good deal? Because I think she has a raw deal that is kind of shit.
Yeah. It's still better for her. She was
It's
like,
better, but you could have
be
asked.
better than that.
You could have asked to see if they had quantum fiber in your area, or at least check your address to see if it had it.
Almost a better.
Alright, suplex the train.
Because all she had to do was go to the website, on Quantum Fiber's website, and then type in her address to see if, if they have it in the area. If they did, she would have got mad. I'm like, why?
Hi, Nate. Nate. Yeah.
I'm just like, I feel bad. It's like, because I know Sunny has fiber and I do too, but it's like, Asher chose to go with cable. I'm like, I feel like she's gonna have a lot of problems at some point.
Maybe, we'll see. Unless it slowly gets better, but
I don't know.
Yeah.
Spectrum's reputation's not that good.
yeah, I mean that's true.
So I don't know about that. Because here's the thing, right? What Ratchet didn't understand about CenturyLink, right, or Lumen, it's Lumen. Lumen is 3 different companies. So you have the Lumen itself, right? Then you have CenturyLink, which is only DSL, and then you have Quantum Fiber, which is only fiber. So what Ratchet didn't understand, right? If she was to try and get Quantum Fiber, she would have fiber!
Oh.
Rasher,
no!
I'm like, oh god, it's like you didn't do research of this stuff. You just wanted Spectrum so bad, not realizing what you're getting yourself into.
Oh, I mean, if she's happy at least.
I guess, but I don't know. Because here's how this is supposed to work, right? According to what it says on Wikipedia, right? CenturyLink by itself, right? That company is only supposed to be DSL, whereas Quantum Fiber is only going to sell your fiber plans. And Lumen itself is just a parent company.
Right. Also, T-Mobile got like Mint Mobile, like actually bought the company, so I guess we'll see how they go, how that's gonna be.
I mean, you have a movie star in charge of it, so.
But I think it's like one of the owners or something like that. But there were definitely people who were like, they're like it because it was like, really good price. It wasn't part of, any of the bigger, companies' controls or whatever. But it's like, well, I don't know, we'll see. Because it is really good. In general, it is really a good service. But
Well, rather than they have any towers in their area, right? If they don't have enough towers.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much like any, really. Unless there's one that's actually the best, I'm sure. Yeah, it all depends. What's up, Alex? Oh. Yeah, yeah, I mean, it obviously always depends on that. But that's like with any, cell phone. Each area is
Right, company, yeah.
Yeah.
And from what I know about the on fiber, right?
So. They've been going off of T-Mobile anyway with their towers.
Right.
But now it's like, T-Mobile. So far it seems good. They're even adding like 5 more gigs off. Meaning they are probably making it look even better. Just to, soften the blow for everyone. I don't know. Who knows?
Right, but here's the thing. You have virtual mobile networks, right? That take up some of that bandwidth. You have regular T-Mobile
Alex,
as well.
Sonic's line.
Plus your prepaid mobile T-Mobile customers, so it's all going to be congested at some point.
Yeah, I mean that's true. No. First, when you have like AT&T and Verizon, it's like there's even more people on that.
Because when one of the cell phone providers, right, have an outage, right, they have to switch them over to the other towers. That's how it works. Even if the SIM card is programmed for something else, right, you still have to transfer them over to something because you can't leave them in the dark.
Well, very true. True indeed.
And another mirrored.
Another mirror?
Oh, thank goodness that.
Oh my god, the name on player 6, that sucks.
The person that was slowing off for blue shells finally left.
Yeah.
Who?
Some person that was like slowing off for blue shells.
Oh, so they're using the stump strat,
What
right?
does he look like where he's from? What character he's playing as? Something to identify him?
Oh, it's DJ.
Okay.
Oh my, I think I see that name.
It's 200.
Mirrored.
I can tell it's 200.
There is no such thing as 200 mirrored.
Well, is this 200? Because it feels like freaking 200.
Yeah.
Oh, so slow, I think it's 100. Yeah. Oh, ba-bomb!
It's a bomb!
Like in the 93 movie. That was actually pretty funny. Everyone's just so scared of it. The thing was like nothing.
I like the movie. I like the cheese of it.
I like the cheese. Yeah, it's a movie I can definitely watch.
It was a good movie. It wasn't great, but it was good.
Yeah. I mean, it was for a movie itself. Like it didn't have Super Mario Brothers movie. It was alright. I mean, I can see the you expected more to be Mario stuff. And it's like, other than the names and references.
The problem with that movie was the fact that they didn't use the source material. That's the problem with that movie.
Very, very sparing. It's like the name. Yeah, like Big Bertha. I'm like, I didn't even know it was her name. I don't know if they said it in the movie.
It was
no, they
Big
did.
Bertha.
Yeah.
But you could totally miss it, yeah. I mean, they showed like on the streets, they showed like Guam and stuff like that. There was a Yoshi, and that castle area. I was like, that was the closest thing that kind of looked like Mario, like from the games. They had like the wall with the tile stuff, and Yoshi was a dinosaur version of Yoshi, I guess.
Picked up double items and then immediately got shocked right after it.
There are some people saying that was like as much as somebody's talking about the original, the '93 one, because obviously we were doing reviews. I was thinking about okay, well we got to do anime. Let's review the live action one that came out in '93. So he was talking. And it's just it's like this is. So one of the reviewers said it was the worst movie of all time. I'm like. Or like one of the people said it was like maybe Dennis Hopper who played Bowser, and it was like the worst movie of all time. It was like, he's got a point. If you've never seen some of the, it's nowhere near the worst movie of all time. Trust
Yeah,
me,
it's
I
not.
have seen some. I have
Just
seen
definitely
some
worse.
really, really bad ones. There's a movie called Antidote. It's just really boring. Just attempt at like a 2-person or 2 to 3-person zombie movie. Like it's supposed to be a zombie, like one of them get bitten and they're try to get like Santa. It really doesn't work. It does not work. The acting is so bland. The pacing is so slow. Yeah. Because he goes like through the slow process and the acting is so bad in it. It's just,
So it's dull and stiff and it's just
yeah.
Yeah, no, I like the Mario 93 movie. It's like, it's fine. It's like a popcorn flick. It's nothing at all award-winning.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. From what I understand, that script was something else entirely, and they kind of just adapted it into the Mario movie.
So they flipped it.
Yeah, originally actually it was supposed to be some other script stuff that was actually more closer to the Mario stuff. It's just that haphazard and things changing, scripts changing, like directors I think was even different too. And it just got worse and worse. It was like not at all what it originally was planned for.
Which is why Miyamoto oversaw the one that was made now.
Yeah, yeah. That's why
Like, you're not overdo it to the point where we're gonna have it screwed up again.
They did not want, they did it so long because they didn't want that. Why? It's like, why?
Yeah.
Yep. No, I got hit by my own fire.
Tells me that person didn't have
What's up, Sonny?
Hello, Sonny.
It's snowing again? What?
And it's snowing up there again in Minnesota.
Oh no.
Please tell your slump pump is actually working.
Slowly getting warmer here. It went back down to the 60s, but it was in the 70s, high 70s almost from last week. And it's finally not actually really raining anymore. But we got so much water that it's like out of drought. We're actually almost really okay.
It's just humid.
California has two states, either it's a desert or it's flooded. No in between.
Where? Who?
What I've heard that way. As far as the weather patterns the last few years ago.
I have no idea. I got no item at the last item. Somebody got hit with a bomb.
Winter, take a hike? Are we in spring already?
No, it's still probably snowing there.
Isn't it?
Well,
December,
it doesn't.
January, February, March. Every 3 months it changes.
Well,
March
isn't
16 or something?
Mistake. It's April.
Sunny's in Minnesota, so
That's what I'm saying. April. It's spring.
It's
well,
Minnesota.
it's not spring if it's still snowing. Now is it?
It's Minnesota. They have.
Well, California, we had snow on July 4th. People were skiing in bathing suits. So, is it still winter then?
No, it's just a weirdly cold.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's snowing.
It is weirdly cold.
Well,
it looks like you got slightly better
You're talking about
weather
the figuratively
tomorrow.
with the snowing part. Yeah.
It's not unheard
That
of to
makes
still be snowing in April. I mean, to have snow in April, it's not unheard of. I mean, I've watched Yankee opening days where it's snowing during the game. I'm not getting it.
I wonder where that article is.
I mean, it didn't
I
stick.
mean, I'm
but it
used
was
to
just-
snow. I used to live in upstate New York, so I'm okay with snow half the time. I don't think my mom is though. she does not like the snow.
I like snow. I hate warm weather. That's my Achilles
the
heel.
Snow.
Warm weather's my Achilles heel.
Of course, I could just go up to a mountain to see it. Even though, yeah, at one point, even like Mount Galvin had snow, so you can really see it. And that's pretty low, like 1,000 feet.
Craft off of. Alright, we'll take those.
think the last time I actually saw snow was when I went to that trip to Alaska to see the Northern Lights. Beginning of 2022, I think.
January?
Oh, jeez, gamer.
Yeah, February, I think it was, or something like that. Probably January. Anyway, somewhere around that.
But
It's like-
beginning of
It's not going
2022
around.
would be January, February.
Exactly.
Oh no, it was October.
That's not for Jenny, that's like Jen.
Yeah. Exactly. That's right. The original plan was like March of 2020. You know, that kind of stuff.
The pandemic.
Yep.
Oh, that reminds me. I was talking with Coachy Sam the other day. It reminded us, like, he was talking about how he hasn't gone to the doctors much the last couple of years. It's like, even before the pandemic. I was thinking about it, like, the last time I went before the pandemic, they just routinely with blood work to get blood work checked out to make sure I'm all good, you know, routine stuff. And we're riding in the, before we get there, we're riding in the car, and the only place that takes my health care is one of the got a positive COVID test. We heard it on the radio, and I'm like, oh my god. Because we didn't go. It's because we didn't go when we ended up getting blood work till like a year or two later, but it just was crazy. It's like, oh, you gotta get blood work. We're listening on the radio. There's one of the early COVID positive tests at the blood place.
That's really good.
At the place I can only get my blood work because they're the only place that takes my medicine in the area.
Better than you, Vic.
It's better than mine, yeah. But I can upgrade my 940, so.
actually, her down is about what I have.
That was crazy.
It doesn't matter. Fiber's fiber, so fiber's still reliable and anything else.
That was some crazy stuff. But I think it was like right after that, before we ever got a chance, everything locked down. So never had a chance to do.
Now,
but crazy timing on that. Like,
I guess the only thing I would say to Nintendo is like, can we get, you know, a console that can take advantage of fiber speeds? That'd be great.
It won't matter. It's gonna be all like peer-to-peer.
But peer-to-peer is bullshit. Peer-to-peer is bullshit. That shit is bullshit.
They don't have to spend as much money.
But that's bad!
You know, it's kind of BS. I picked up a few months ago Neokin 2 on the Switch. I'm like, you know, I want to play it this year if I want to get.
Did you buy it physically or did
physically?
You
Physically, yeah.
Nice. Good.
I got my physical one too.
So I'm like, okay, I'm finally gonna get around to playing around April, and then like, what does Xbox announce this month? On Game Pass. Ni no Kuni 2 is on Game Pass. I'm like, thanks, Xbox.
I mean, look at it this way. You got the game, or you have a physical version that can never be taken away from you. Ever.
True, but you know, because save me money.
Because remember, anything on Game Pass that isn't owned by Microsoft can be taken away because it's contracted, right? So.
Yep.
No shotgun. Oh wait, you get the block.
Okay, but if the game is actually on your machine in the first place, you could theoretically write a replacement server to just go, yeah, he has that.
Yes, if you have downloaded.
You also need to keep paying to actually be able to have those games too.
The entire point I was just making is not that.
I found out the other day, I didn't realize there's two item spots on the moon. I didn't even realize that. I was like, oh, we did two of them? I thought there was only one.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah.
I discovered one of Alex's core values today.
So what's
Mario
that?
Kart courses. If there's less than 3 custom item blocks in a course, then it's not a good course.
Well, in the case for all the ones in Deluxe, alright, who disconnected for the finish and made me finish
Not
behind
me.
Larry anyway?
Wow.
Thanks for the desync. God damn it.
Thanks, Boo, for the coin. That was completely pointless. So I still got 5th, but still, it's like a Boo and a Bullet Bell. The Boo stole the coin. Like, hey.
Bullet bill locked in.
That was meant to be token polls.
Well, I got the Boo.
Walked into the bar, though.
Go to the subway. I haven't been down in a while.
Oh, that reminds me. That reminds me too. That reminds me too. I'm playing Mario Kart Tour last night while watching Cochise. I'm playing Mario Kart Tour last night where I'm like 8th place. So I get one of those item friend. I get one of the item. I get one of the item frenzies. You know when you get like those item frenzies. But I get a bullet bill item frenzy. Yes, a bullet bill item frenzy. And you'll never in a million years guess what happens when what this will do. When you're in Bilbo, it will fire off bullet bills at other racers.
Really?
So you're in Bilbo mode throwing bullet bills at other racers. I'm like,
Oh, it's a new
what
item?
the hell?
I never heard about that.
That's actually very funny.
It's the
I don't know if I've ever had that.
the item frenzy, but
Yeah.
with bullet bill
Oh,
and
I've
Tor.
never seen that. That's fun.
I had never seen that before. Like, what?
Yeah, I don't. That's fun.
I have to do some research on that, figure out if it's an actual item.
Huh.
It's something I've never seen it. It's like that was
On your
crazy.
racing career. I don't think I've ever seen it either. But that's actually a funny way of doing it. Yeah, some of
Speaking of Mario Kart Tour, how does Athens look, bro?
It looks really good.
It looks like it's
Yeah.
gonna be really fun.
Yeah.
For tour?
Yep.
Yep.
Then they touch it up in Deluxe, but I didn't other city.
I'm not gonna touch it up a little bit.
Yep. Of course, we're still waiting on Rainbow Road.
We don't need another Rainbow Road. I've been
No.
over
A lot of
it
stuff in the City Course in the tour is just straight up not textured at all. It's just solid colors. It looks like freaking Roblox at times.
Wow, that's a good snipe with that man.
Like, probably, you know what I mean by that, don't you? The city courses and tour with like a total lack of textures just look like Roblox stuff at some times.
Yep.
Oh,
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
What hit me? You can set up the bomb I was holding, but I'm not in first anymore. Alright. I do not have the bomb anymore, it was stolen.
no, the plant. Carnivorous crabgrass.
Crap.
That is a stolen line, by the way. Mario Kart it.
Got no item. Very good.
Got at least one item.
Hang on, Larry! Come on,
I needed the ball to get across the line a little bit faster.
X Canada sucked. The last lap wasn't too good.
Welcome to Mario Kart.
Welcome to Mario Kart.
Yeah, like
Tokyo Blur.
What a shame. What a shame to land on the question mark one and we'll get a bad one.
oh, what a
crying
shame.
shame.
Crying shame. Oh, hi, Shadow.
I just realized all the Miis are wearing scarves. I didn't realize that.
All of them?
Never go for that.
Well, I didn't really think much about it.
I ain't really thinking about much either, yeah.
What's a Shadow? Hi, Shadow.
The dinner might be ready soon. So probably to
If you blur it is.
Take me back. Yesterday is interesting is that yesterday was National Anime Day.
Did you watch any of the anime?
Yeah.
Oh, you watch?
Go Astro Boy.
I got a little bit of like punchline and
What is the first anime that was like released?
Oh, either Astro Boy or Give It Away Lion or something.
Yeah. We did get them both.
We didn't get.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball wasn't until later, though, because that was like the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same with the Sailor Moon.
Yeah.
Might be Astro Boy.
Ooh, baby.
let's go.
Okay, all pretty short.
Oh, my red shell went through the wall. It just destroyed
What are
itself.
these? Fuck, what are these items?
Come on, dude. I hit the wall. I didn't think we could make shell back.
Oh.
Jerk.
What else? Oh my! Before I saw the blue skill going for the third place guy, I thought I was gonna get third, and I'm like,
I think I stole fourth with the mushroom.
Some random outside factor turned the difficulty slider of my second place item to jumpy difficulty.
oh boy.
Man.
As in, I didn't get any red shells at all.
Rip.
What?
Yep, the first was Astro Boy.
That's a big rip there, man.
Versus Astro Boy.
Yep.
Ah.
There was some stuff
I'm
that
going
was
random.
yeah, stuff released
That was
on like
right there.
Kimbo was actually the first color one released there. And Speed Racer and which had like forecast. Yeah, it's kind of crazy to think it's like there was in the 80s there was a lot of the HBO would show stuff that you would never know. Like it's always been forgotten. It's not a lot of the stuff's not available anymore. It was like stuff like based. There were a lot of they were anime all based really on like different fairy tales or like fairy tales like Jack and the Beanstalk and novels like Little Women and stuff like that. So it's like more like anime that was based on shows that was things that was American audiences that know what I mean, they were brought over and so they never really recognized as anime at the time because nobody you know, nobody's really who the animal is. But yeah. I got the truth. It's like there's a whole bunch of stuff that was in the 80s. But, there's the anime influence on many of the 80s cartoons, being the studios animating them.
Yep.
Yeah, Joe, Transformers, you know, stuff like that was. Transformers, almost the whole first 2 years of the toy line was based from the band, or like.
I was gonna say pretty much like that. It's so funny because the Mega Man games, the box art was like all redone differently. It's like it looks really awesome the regular version, but of course it's the anime. Even going down to like Mega Man, 1 and 2. That was just the late 80s. No, we didn't get those. But if they were to bring it out, that would be pretty early anime stuff of some sort, at least an image. I wonder if things would be different if we had those better box arts.
We had stuff, of course, like you had in the you had Voltron, which was 2 different series. It was supposed to be 3 different series, but they didn't do a 3rd one because Vehicle Voltron pretty much didn't do well enough as Lion Voltron, and then Robotech. Space Battleship Yamada, which considering it wasn't too long, it still was, people still had, still was, still years after, World War II, so, having a show named after that would probably not technically go over too many people.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that.
Yeah, so I can understand why they changed the name. They still kept the name.
What was that, Chrome?
You passed me in VR for sure.
Oh, snap.
Uh-oh. Competition's on now.
Well, it's a thing I don't care about VR, neither should you.
Me either. I don't give
All it is
2
just
cares
a
on the wall about VR.
Only a number.
And they did a really weird thing where they took 2 different series and put it together in a really weird way. I didn't realize it's by the same creator. They took Captain Harlock, created in the 80s, and took I forget what it's called, but it's then they made a Captain Harlock and a Queen of, it's 2 completely different related series, and they combined it in one,
Oh,
Bumped into everybody I shot with fireballs.
that's a lot of fire. Somebody call the fire service.
Nobody passed. I got hit.
Oh my gosh, you're being troll trained by everybody.
There's another red shell.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize there wasn't. I didn't realize there wasn't a invisible wall.
Oh my god, I had a storm.
Should have used it.
I couldn't. I had it.
Well,
I had 3 mushrooms. I got hit, so I couldn't use any items. I was going to use them quickly, and I couldn't do it. When you take damage, you can't use items.
I lost points to 7.
Because it was mushrooms first. It's like, food stamps.
Because there's the 90s or.
Ooh, Riverside Park, let's go.
Ooh, yeah, let's go. Quarter portions.
Captain Harlock and the Queen of 1,000 Years.
I guess we're not going there.
You yield. The penguins.
Yeah, it took a moment.
Bruh. Why? It's the first lap. We gotta be ruthless on the first lap.
Arm the first lap.
I'm still baffled at this course, small courses got it.
It's not that bad at 150. On 200, it's just not fun.
Yeah, but that's a lot of courses.
Aww.
Like I don't wanna test like.
Oh my god, Laggy Rosalina literally just fell into the water and then teleported on top of me with the green shell she had behind her and then disappeared again. 3 damage.
I really wanna,
That's nice.
like I really wanna know how many people knew this track existed before it came into Mario Kart 8. I mean, I'm not.
Where was
trying
this
to,
one from?
Super
Where-
Circuit.
Super Circuit, yeah. There's always the one where it's like
GBA.
make it into
GBA.
yeah, the GBA one's always like completely redone it, kind of a thing.
Well, the GBA ones have to be redone completely because of how they were designed originally.
I mean, they're one like the Mario Circuit 3 and stuff looks pretty, you know,
Boomerang.
similar
Oh my
just
God.
graphically. Yeah.
Ah!
Oh, very nearly avoided that plane.
Alright, 8th. Nice. Alright, so we got DK Jungle, Sky Garden, and the other Rainbow Road.
You just wanted to see that, huh? Look, a wild moral appears.
Just got out of the shower too.
Oh, nice. Come on. Need. He's saying hi, Moral.
Hi, Moral.
Hello.
Choose that one. You better choose that one, Herbie.
Which one? Oh. Let's try.
DK Jungle's okay.
It's fine. Well, it's probably not gonna get picked anyway.
You never know. Oh yeah, there's a lot of random.
Watch that one Rainbow Road gets it.
One.
Now, if that became Rainbow Road, that'd be more funny.
Yeah, it's kind of reading this. It's like it's crazy. They really like mix mash these two different animes into one.
I think it's picking it up there, so.
I mean,
Here we
two different
go.
completely
Awesome.
shows.
He's making.
Simba's making bread.
It's always like yeah,
Let
like
him cook.
unlike where Robotech or Voltron again, like back to back.
Nice banana snack.
The one-
Whoever hit that Rosalina.
Oh,
Yeah, it did hit.
Oh, shit.
First of all, that was me. Second of all, I hit somebody's foot.
No, that Rosalina got stopped by that banana.
I used my red shell.
I know this because it caused me to hit the green shell she was holding behind her, and then I wound up in 12th place.
someone just fell on the first lap.
What? Fell on the
Someone-
first lap. Is that a-
Someone fell on the first lap.
Right.
Very good.
Being a freshman, what happened was they said the guy who was bringing the show over, Karl Marx, wanted the show to be 65 episodes, but because Karl Marx was only like 42 or something like that, and he needed another show the length of it. But he decided instead of doing like the Robotech thing, he decided just like mix and match parts of episodes and just do a whole different thing. It sounds like such a mess.
There, we learned that it doesn't matter if you got that involved with a superhorn, you'll still run into it.
You need a star to get around it.
Yeah.
The only way.
A small ball zone.
It would be funny to make it go the other way. Aww. That pulled me up ahead. Wow, am I getting wrecked?
Oh!
Much.
I'd have thrown my knock out.
Please, our mushrooms earlier.
Yeah, I got the.
Oof, Meche. You know. Yeah.
I am gonna.
You're getting pummeled there, Mystic.
I am, man.
I got friggin' pummeled as well. Half the item blocks of the entire race, someone drove right in front of me at the last second and yoinked them instead.
Mm-hmm.
All three of these are good.
I mean, when you stream, you're the target, pretty much.
Well, yeah.
I know.
Not
Right?
even that. The people I'm having issues with are higher in the player list than you are, Mystic. Oh, wait.
My last race.
He's player 1. What the hell?
Well, I think
I
this is
don't know.
until 8 Eastern because that would be 5 Pacific.
Yep, half hour more.
Yeah.
Alright. This will be my last race before I think I have to eat dinner.
Alright.
Hey, dinner actually, for this was starting the between races earlier. For on Discord.
Go, Maple True.
Ate a couple of burgers.
Classic. This one's a classic.
This one haunts my memories.
Good memories.
No, bad
That's why we
memories.
were all younger and not old. Yeah.
Very bad memories. I'm falling off the side of the track. Over and over and over and over and over.
Well, how were you playing the game? Were you playing with motion controls or were you playing with the remote nunchuck? Or how were you playing?
Well, I meant like every time I would always fall off on that one section of the track every time we
What
raced
the hell are
on it.
you using, Super Mutant? Please!
Like I use the what's the key again? I forget what it's called.
Classic controller?
Yeah.
So
something like that,
before the CCP came out, which was the Classic Controller Pro, you were using the standardized Classic controller.
Yeah.
The older version.
Yeah.
Sticks are like tethered to each other's thumb.
No grip.
Which is dumb. I don't
How are
know
you
if
not
that
on
is
first,
high.
or you're not talking about it alone?
Yep.
Oh, boo. Not so bad after all. I got the super board just in time.
that bully bill.
Brilliant. Brilliant Mario Karting.
Ugh.
Lost all my coins within the span of like 5 minutes.
Rip.
Another.
Come on.
Didn't even hit me. Nice snipe, but it didn't matter.
You gotta be Mystic. Darn it! I didn't beat you. Darn it!
3 mushrooms I used and the 4th one was on the ground there. Just lucky.
Well, that's praise.
You know that area before you go up with the in the original Wii version. What happened was when you in the area as you're turning up before the giant wigglers, for the giant wigglers appear in the big circle. I would fall off the side of the tree on that, like it just all the time on the Wii version. It was just
unbelievable.
There's pretty stuck going. See you guys.
Alright, see you, Chrome. Thanks for racing.
Later, Chrome.
Bye.
Moral says bye, Chrome. And he's gone.
and I never had much luck in winning on it. And the one time I dominate the whole race, and I'm about to win, and the guy passed me. Somebody passed me right at the last second, and we both get hit by a blue shell.
Oh wow. I mean, I had it where I'm like,
and neither of us get the win.
2.5 laps, and like first was really up there, and then it just the last couple turns just ruins everything. Go back to 11.
The first 4 of that lap.
I did not have good memories of that track.
A lot of the Mark on the Wii tracks I have good memories of.
Yep, same here.
Yeah, that Rainbow Road is most of my least favorite road.
Mark on Wii was something.
Well, it's not something good, I can tell you that.
If they do bring back Wii Rainbow Road, I feel like people will be upset because it won't be as hard.
Well, let's see. I mean, it's on tour. But let's see if they really are going to keep it one lap, each segment. That I was like, oh, what?
I think they'll be rioting in the streets.
No, I was like, it didn't feel the same like the original.
The original took longer to complete on Wii.
Like 3 laps, didn't it?
They felt more like 4 laps though.
It probably did. Yeah.
3. I played it like a week ago.
It was 3 laps, but it felt like 4.
But I like how so versatile that
it felt like 400 sometimes.
Like every part of it is like uniquely different. You have like a drop straight down, you have an outer pipe, inner pipe, figure 8. Weird wacky part, you know that part where you like jump up and you have this really curve to the left. Strange stuff too. It's just like all over the place. Instead of just the left, the right, the left. It's like all over the place. As far as like the ideas they threw into it. Fantastic. Thanks for the mushroom. Oh no, did I do it?
No, you didn't.
Ow. So close.
You didn't. You edged me out, I edged you out.
What's up,
That's how it is.
Heather?
I've been going through my through old playlist on YouTube. Finally going like, okay, finally you can do a lot of this stuff I haven't watched in a long time. Me too. And we're watching some of the like old like fan films, and I was like, there was the old Pokemon Apocalypse trailer. I was running it, and I was watching the Powery. I think I posted in this Discord or posted because it's been a while. But it's like,
Yeah.
I can't hold it up.
there was the fan Power Rangers short movie somebody did.
I was trying to do it carefully without.
It has like Casper
Cindy.
Van Dien and
He
is super comfy.
and the girl the girl is now Mandalorian was in Battlestar Galactica. It was like crazy how well that was done.
What's it we're talking about? Kind of got distracted.
Yeah, I remember watching like going through one of my old YouTube playlists, going through like YouTube playlists I had, and like finally watching all that stuff I hadn't gotten around to watching. And as we're watching like these old fan films, like the Power this Power Rangers one.
Star Galactica. What
Yeah,
where did that
but,
green shell come from?
Yes.
Right, Heather?
Sorry.
What was that? What did you ask?
The girl who was in
I went right into the water. That was me just glancing at you for a second.
the girl is now in
I got so distracted.
the girl is now in Mandalorian.
That's Jack.
What's the I can't think of the actress name.
Love the Mando episodes.
The girl
I'm
from
almost
that
caught up now.
the girl from Mando was in that Power Rangers fan film. That's what I was saying. That's what she was in that movie. She was in that fan film.
Oh, okay.
And the same group also did the one with Thomas Jane, the Predator one with Thomas Jane and the guy who was Hellboy.
Who's talking? And I'm
Yeah,
like,
Okay, now I can post the random article I was looking at. How would you guys feel if you saw this?
so wrecked.
Yeah, and the girl from Mando was in Battlestar Galactica. Too. That's why I mentioned Battlestar Galactica.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Neat. Oh, what's this link? Strong Museum of Play to create world's largest playable Donkey Kong.
Yeah!
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Let's go!
I saw that.
Oh my
Like,
god!
how is somebody gonna play that? When somebody posted in GQ's subscribers, like,
That's in
how is
Rochester, New
somebody
York.
gonna play that? How would somebody be able to play it?
You know,
That's
at
my
E3,
question.
There was a big Genesis controller, I think it was. We played on that. Remember that thing?
There was that, and then there was the one for it was a fighting game. Remember the giant fighting game cabinet?
Yeah.
We had to walk up the stairs.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Like the one up segment.
Yeah.
One arcade segment thing. Look
Yeah.
at Simba sleeping in his.
I whooped your butt on that one.
You don't have to rub it in. Oh. Oh. There.
Time for the movement. So last time we raced on the track, we got stopped in the right in front of a cow.
Yeah. Sucks.
Playing with fire.
I can't get I had a PQ moment when the pole stopped me right in front of a cow. There was no way. Like this is funny. What?
No, not judging. I'm just saying. It's an interesting line. See that opening part of the course.
Shot flash.
Nice. The ring missed me and hit the Rosalina.
I am not getting hit by cow. No. There we go.
That was more of the way to the
Ooh, let's go.
the way I went was more of a smart steering. Decided, hey, we're gonna go back on the course, even though you're driving where you want, telling us to go. Then the grass, because you've got speed boost items to keep going on it. Decide. Hey, I know you want to go this way, but we're gonna decide the correct course on you.
F-Zero.
I haven't been on this track in a long while.
We built F-Zero. We built you sitting on a rocket.
So when are we getting a real F-Zero game again?
Never.
Release or new? Never?
Never.
I'll wait.
The other thing, I think we might get the GX one, but I don't think we're gonna get anything else until the new one. We're not gonna get new.
Sometimes after half like 2 episodes
Is there
story.
a rumor about the GX being ported to Switch?
Yeah, that's a rumor, but I'm pretty sure.
That's a good game too. I like it on the system. If it has online too, it'd be great. I'll be, of course, scary how it is.
Well, if it has online, we're fucking doing it.
I know, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's totally is, yeah. And it's 30 races. Well, it might be when you do online, it might be that set 8 racers or 12 or something like that instead of 30.
12 racers.
That'd be awesome. I mean, we go as fast, 200cc is kind of the same.
You guys have it at 0x because they have to modify the game to do that.
Bring it out, Nintendo. You don't want my money?
They want your money. They just want to keep on, milking it until it's fine.
I mean, it's of course still work, but it's less work. You need to have GX things for it. Easy day.
Because Nintendo's excuse for not making a new F-Zero game is we don't have any ideas for an F-Zero game. Like, okay, so why don't you just port an old one then?
That's what I've heard about 2D Mario games. I was like, Saw Red or something like that. It's like, you know, they could do another one and they want to do another 2D Mario game, but they're like, we don't have any ideas for something new. I'm like, we don't know with the game. It's gonna be the same old stage Princess Peach.
We don't have any original ideas yet. Let's shut down anyone of our fans that does come out with an idea and makes a fan game.
Probably not
out of
the same team as a company.
Yeah, they keep adding like really crazy.
It's pretty stupid dynamic. Mario same team making all both of those decisions. One hit me.
Yes.
I mean, if they wanted to make 1,000 Year Door, done. Because I think we would take 1,000 Year Door on the Switch, wouldn't we?
All that mushrooms, I still can't get them out there.
Get the Mario guy.
Welcome to Mario Kart.
Oh. Yep. Okay, so we got Dolphin, Neo, and
you wanna
Paris
race one?
Promenade.
Yeah.
Oh, she's gonna race one, guys.
Alright.
I wanted to
That's
go to
not me.
Perry and didn't let me.
Ain't me.
That's
been
an
a while,
interesting idea, Sonny.
She's kind of breaking the
What characters would you put in
tradition
it?
of not playing it.
Besides Sonic, of course.
I think Sega could bring their gameplay to the next level, and by that I mean not a Sonic workout game. That's true enough that GX it was made by Sega, so there could be like more issues that could come up. They gotta get everybody on board, basically. As far as F-Zero goes.
I would just say have Sega and Platinum Games work both on it, and then boom, got something that is a fucking masterpiece.
Mm-hmm. Look at all that extra room Moral could be in there.
Don't get used to this.
Yeah, Ring Fit's great. Just Dance is great. Sonic workout video.
Pick it up! You're too slow! You're moving too slow!
I'm just thinking like some workout Sonic game. I'm like, what would they do? And it's like, I was thinking, oh, they could do a thing where it's like, get creative, like running.
You could have Amy Rose join it, yeah.
I guess a pedometer or something.
I don't know what he's going for, but I'll take it.
They won't go that far.
You're too slow. Pick it up!
I don't know. Sega's a little bit more lenient with people modifying stuff.
A little.
A lot.
A little. They
Right, a lot,
hired
okay.
creators of fan games several times.
Yeah. Sonic Mania,
You have
hello.
you talking exact opposite.
Sonic Mania was I think a fan game turned to a real game because Sega said just greenlit the team to do it themselves.
Yep.
Larry. Oh, I could beat the Wolverine.
I just saw someone go flying.
They went kazoo. Super Mario Bros. Movie guaranteed to cross 1 billion.
Let's just say we're gonna have lots of sequels. Just
Oh, yeah.
go with that.
Hey, Vic.
Go Vic. Go Vic.
Are you serious, man?
Wait.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
because they
touch
gave you an
that.
item and you were ahead.
Yeah. You carry yourself in that grave. You can deal with that.
What is happening? I'm gonna get nowhere with this.
Off you go.
Fall off. That was a well-earned chapter.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Wow! Wow! Wow!
I gotta
You
see
don't
what
want to go on
happened.
another race?
Sure, I'll take. I don't
Go
know.
for the last 2 races you want to do?
Last lap, it gave me a
2 more
bullet
races
hell.
and then we're done here. What are you gonna pick? On Luigi Stadium?
I've never done this before, so.
I want to get first.
Wayne in the streets. We want
I
Wayne
would
in
my
the
breath on
streets.
that.
What if they update Mario Kart 8?
Let
Do
me
you
check.
think it's fire
Coming
flowers?
up.
He does. He shoots fire flowers in this game.
Bye.
Oh,
What's the update about? Exactly, one of those.
okay, well, the Ucha's appeared.
I believe some of the Amigo Party Central is supposed to come out sometime in June. It hasn't.
What are you guys
got it.
talking about?
Okay, I was answering
By the
Sunny's
way,
question,
Dad's playing.
but okay.
Oh, crap. Dad from US.
An American dad is playing.
Oh yeah, I have no idea. Sonny.
You guys.
Sama de Amigo. Remember that was announced? I'm like, oh shoot, I completely forgot about that.
Upstairs, I going in the full room. Again, sorry about you
What
guys.
is this track?
Why don't we do stadium?
Why not?
Yeah, Wayne. Wayne.
Oh, let's go. I know the title.
Somebody cheated.
This is an interesting track, I would say.
Remember this one? This was a double dash, right?
Double dash contest.
Up and up over.
What?
Oh, what? There's another path up over.
Yeah, I just thought I was trying to get to it.
I didn't know.
When's the last time Moral played this game? Mystic.
Yeah?
When's the last time Moral played this game?
And this at least over a year.
So, 4 years,
better than
5 years.
I like how some people are complaining about the reflected water and the water with reflection on this track. I'm like, that
fine.
makes sense. It's mud and water.
People complain about everything.
Yeah, they complain.
Yeah, I mean, look at the Spider-Man game.
One of the best looking courses in the booster course class. And people are like, oh my god!
No, I don't. No, I don't.
Like, who cares? Just live a little.
Got all them Riverdale people.
They're all passing you even bit.
Well, I mean,
Oh, there you go. Now you're a bullet bill. Now you passed me.
I gotta come back.
And then he'll come back with a bullet bill.
I know, right?
It's almost like, did we put this on bullet bill only?
We did that before, I think.
You do tricks to get speed.
Oh,
But down over there's a path up. With items, too. The wolf on the right there. No.
Oh, you got a bullet?
Almost, you almost had it.
These two are so far ahead, I got a friggin' bullet bill in
I got
fourth.
Yeah!
I got gold mushroom and
It is a
5
cool try.
and 3
well, I didn't get
mushrooms
absolute last.
and
I
5th.
got a green shell and a banana.
But still.
Mario Kart RNG moment.
Alright, last one.
Are you sure you don't want to take the very last
We will
wanna take last
Wayne in the streets. We will Wayne in the
It's for
streets.
VR.
That is my VR. Oh.
What we got?
Okay.
Okay, which one? Boy, here we go. I like it's still counting down. We all picked it.
I know, right? Oh, now it stopped.
There we go. Water. Go into the water hole.
And
We
now
got
we're
a different
going
version of
to
Stadium.
DS Wario Stadium.
Yep. Instead of Cube Stadium, it's TS Stadium.
From one stadium to the other.
Yep, one stadium to the other.
Guess which one has more expensive prices? Probably this one.
Yeah.
Well, those guys don't gold mine.
Yeah, but who cares? He'll still charge insanely expensive prices for Mario. He wants all the money.
Greedy.
Oh. I was going to get one of the single items.
This ain't tour. Where even the items don't disappear.
I'm in the line to pick up is like always available. I'm like super fast pickup or respawn, but
Instead of having item lock and fast pickup, just have like a line with a
my
big
God.
doesn't use someone grabs it, has a really long cooldown per player.
I was telling a lie,
Sandbagging and no more people yelling at me.
yep. And now you can use the one.
Like a long enough cooldown that should take another lap, or have it directly tied to the other item lock, so it literally stops once you have grabbed the one behind it.
Why did I hit the freaking light? The guy is first.
Swear to God, if I actually knew how to make vehicle physics, I would have made a kart racer on Roblox already. Then.
Oh, and the way about that one, Bunny Show coming by.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you gotta hit me up the fourth line. I would have nice.
That was a red shell of love.
Yes.
And those are some fireballs.
They're like,
I mean, it's of love because they're attracted to you.
yeah, they're alive because they're
Addicted to
red
love.
The red shells that want to be as
why
close to
they're
you as
red.
possible. Whoever destroyed that blue shell, thank you.
Oh, look at me.
It's okay, I had a super horn anyways.
Well, that's not going to help very much.
Unless you hit pretty hard.
I am paying everything.
6 still? Yep.
I can see
Ah,
you. Did it!
Yes.
It's on the
That was all you, BB. I lost you.
man.
I lost you 40 points, but you gained back 3.
Yes. Well underway. All right. Well, that is it for me.
Yeah.
So, thanks
Okay.
guys for racing. It was a lot of fun.
Well, thanks for the races.
Oh, did Luch just get in?
Yep.
Yeah. This is
That's
funny as he just comes right at the end, like the last 2 races.
Thanks for the races, Mystic. Have a nice
Yeah,
night.
thanks for the
You too.
races.
Thanks for
Enjoy
racing,
whatever.
everyone else.
Thanks for hanging out. Yep. Have a good one.
Have a good one.
You too.
Bye.
Yeah.
That's gonna be it for us too, because pretty much last. Well, let's see. I'm like 12. Oh, almost. Like I don't know, like a few minutes. Like for almost 7.5 hours. And a little break to grab food. But yeah, I got a lot of stuff to do right in the bed, and so yeah, that's gonna be it for tonight. We're gonna be back tomorrow as we continue on with Playdoing the Agony 2. I'll be tomorrow, and then on Tuesday, day 4 and 5 on Tuesday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, only Wednesday, 7, week 130, only Wednesday, 7 shows 2030, hopefully. And Thursday, day 4 of Like a Dragon Ishin. Picking up on chapter 7 of that, and then a couple of chapters of that, and then Friday and Saturday more Nina Kuni 2, and then right back here next Sunday for more Margaret in the turn the overlay on. That'll be smart. Stream's over. And on more like a Dragon East and get close to the fish it, and hopefully more Market Deluxe 7 and 8. That's it for coming to schedule and channel and stuff up button. We got lots of goodies going. Get down like a Dragon East and then need to do that. We beat it. We got it coming up next month. Hopefully, I will print to this with we're probably gonna have an interruption in the streaming, and I say that not legally. I don't know what I'm gonna have to do. In May, the schedule is tentatively Mafia and Star Wars. There's Survival in these at this moment. I am not sure because we are working because they're gonna be doing my room, so yeah. That's an interesting situation, so I do want to mention, I keep forgetting to mention that it's going to be an interesting situation. How's it going to work? Hopefully it won't be too long. Just have to just push these to someone online and then just do Mafia and Star Wars Jedi Survival for anime next. It really will just depend on what happens and with how long it takes. Because there's going to be a lot of stuff that's going to have to be moved out, cleaned, and stuff. And then if we're going to be doing a lot of stuff, it's going to be a lot of work. So it's probably going to be weeks, so I don't know. So, but with any luck, well, hopefully I'll go the way we want to and be able to do streaming, but might not. We'll see. Hopefully by the time we get back from NX, everything will be back to normal and we could jump into Persona 3. So again, I have to say that, you know, hopefully Markets will still be doing that sort of thing. But keep an eye on Twitter for that. So, yeah. I kept forgetting to mention that. I should have mentioned that. I realized that this week, but like, that's right. Probably should mention that. But again, that's still to see. But, so follow me on social media, looking live, I got press for and I'll get to gauge for us, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Speaking of YouTube, I got the page for all the plays, past, present, future, including all our cast of Mark 8 and Deluxe, plus all plays is the heck of the series, the Star Wars games played, including one and lots more. Good box space, courage, space, all kinds of good stuff, good stuff videos that are only found there. We also got Discord and we know what stuff on in the future. And if you want to run a full test, like we're gonna plan for the rest of 2023 and some of the stuff we do have planned for 2024, again, I'll tentative because you never know, like what's happening the next couple of weeks. We have a scheduling page for that. You know what's it on VOD and on YouTube, all of the good links. Keep your hand info section down below. Going for Shane. Nobody wants to see what I read up at the moment. We'll just sign off. Why did it close again? Freaking thing. But yeah. Till next time, go everyone. Peace.